Hello, this is Doug Stewart, the Godless Evangelist, spreading the word of reason. The objection to stem cell research by the religious is inconsistent, irrational, and just plain mean. The faith perspective is inconsistent for the following reasons. The first is, what about all the embryos that are destroyed due to in vitro fertilization? For every successful baby born, there could be a dozen or so fully functional embryos that are just discarded. Why aren't Christian fundamentalists out picketing IVF clinics and killing IVF doctors? The answer is probably because babies are being born. And more than likely they're Christian babies. And that's what God wants, isn't it? Lots and lots of Christian babies. Also, there must be some sort of forgiveness handed down because the embryos have never been in a womb. Why is that? Over 3 million test tube babies have been born so far, so clearly there's no distinction between fertilization in or out of a womb. The second reason is millions of people die each year from old age, disease, accidents, etc. But that's nothing compared to the estimated 200 million people killed due to natural miscarriages. So we should divert all research money from cancer, heart disease, AIDS, malaria, etc. into stopping this terrible slaughter of embryos. Right? Isn't that ridiculous? I hear you say that natural abortions are God's will. Well, isn't all death God's will? So, following that logic, why bother with medical science at all? We're just cheating God, aren't we? The third reason is there isn't a public outcry against stem cell research per se. It's just taxpayer-funded stem cell research. So, imagine someone was doing some sort of scientific research that killed fully grown people. That person would not only not get taxpayer dollars, but they'd be thrown in jail for murder. So, why is there no uproar against privately funded stem cell research? The main reason that faith perspective is irrational is that the heart of the objection is the belief that life begins at conception. So again, following that logic, killing an abortion doctor is the same as killing an embryo. Surely you can't believe that. Can't you see that it's the complexity of the nervous system and its life experiences and interactions that should determine the conscious capacity of the living thing? Simply favouring a human embryo because it's human shows an illogical bias towards the Homo sapien, speciesism, if you will. That's probably in turn due to the illogical concept that people and people alone have souls. I'll talk about that in another video. Knowing that today's technology can make a fully functional clone of anyone from a flake of skin, that should make the act of scratching one's nose genocide. If your argument is that doesn't count because you'd just be making clones of this particular person, well, in that case, there should be no objection if one embryo from a twin pregnancy is used for stem cell research, right? Surely that bizarre situation would never be condoned by the religious. Yes, a human embryo is the blueprint for the most fantastic structure known in the universe, the human brain. But it's only a blueprint. It's like tearing up the architectural drawings of a great building. You may have destroyed the drawings, but you didn't destroy the building because the building never existed. Plus, there are 6 billion other buildings just like it. Put that in comparison with, say, killing a fully grown chimpanzee or gorilla. Okay, they're not human, but they have consciousness, and science has discovered that they have morals, including altruism. Okay, how about a dog? I know my dog is conscious, and there's been many occasions where she's shown what I believe to be genuine compassion. How about, say, a fish? Consciousness? I don't know, probably not. But I know it's more consciousness than an embryo. Potentially, stem cell research can give cures to a myriad of conditions, including Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, spinal cord injuries, strokes, burns, heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, and many more. The objection is purely a religious one. Your dogma is deluding you to believe you're on a moral quest of some sort to save human souls. In the meantime, real people with real loved ones are suffering because of your inconsistent and irrational beliefs. That's just plain mean. If you like, send me an email on godlessevangelist@gmail.com or comment to this video. We'll exchange a couple of emails and then maybe we'll talk on the phone. I'll record the discussion with your permission, of course, and post the podcast on my website, www.godlessevangelist.com. What do you say? Cheers.